Lester Bangs was an American music journalist, critic, author, and musician. Bangs always had an interest in music such as jazz musicians John Coltrane and Miles Davis, so it was not that surprising when music journalism became his career. He was known for his leading influence in rock music criticism. Fellow music critic Jim DeRogatis even called him America's greatest rock critic. With his interest and passion for music, he became a freelance writer in 1969 after reading an ad in Rolling Stone magazine soliciting readers' reviews. His first piece was a negative review of the MC5 album Kick Out the Jams, which he sent to Rolling Stone magazine, which ended up getting published. This was a turning point in Lester Bangs' life as he had finally established himself as a credible and outspoken journalist and launched his career with Rolling Stone magazine. This first article would set the path for his many influential articles to come and allow him to coin the term America's greatest rock critic. After his first article was published, he then went on to write a review about the Black Sabbath's first album for Rolling Stone in 1970. Another article that had traction was a piece he wrote about the unexpected and untimely passing of Janis Joplin in 1970 as well. In 1970, Bangs also began writing for Cream magazine. His first piece for Cream magazine was a feature about Alice Cooper, where he discusses Cooper's life and recent successes. Here you'll see Alice Cooper on the front page of Cream magazine, and here is a snippet of the article that Lester Bangs wrote for Cream magazine. In his articles for Cream and his book, Psychotic Reactions and Carburetor Dung, the work of a legendary critic, rock and roll is literature and literature is rock and roll, Bangs began using the term punk rock to designate the genre of 1960s garage bands and more contemporary acts, such as MC5 and Iggy and the Stooges. Their writings would provide some of the conceptual framework for the later punk and new wave movements that emerged in New York, London, and elsewhere later in the decade. Lester Bangs' book, a collection of his most influential articles, in my opinion, is his piece of work that places him in history. After leaving Cream in 1976 and before his tragic and sudden passing in 1982, he wrote for The Village Voice, New Musical Express, and many other publications. Bangs' criticism was filled with cultural references not only to rock music but also to literature and philosophy. His radical and critical style of working led him to earn the title of America's greatest rock critic. Some important quotations of Lester Bangs that I decided to include in this video are the following. The first mistake of art is to assume that it's serious. The second, rock and roll is an attitude. It's not a musical form of a strict sort. It's a way of doing things, of approaching things. Writing can be a rock and roll, or a movie can be rock and roll. It's a way of living your life. I think these quotes speak highly of Lester Bangs and his contributions to the world of music journalism. He left a mark on the field of journalism that many are impressed and inspired by today.